So, I don't know what the thumbnail's gonna be yet, but they're the rings. I just got them 2, 3 minutes ago. So take these things out. Yeah, DHL, thanks for being a day late, but thankfully it's nothing that was time sensitive. So let's go ahead and open one of these boxes up. The Great Frog. These actually came from London. I think the last time I ordered it was from New York. I ordered in New York and I got them from New York. This ordered them directly on the website. So, ooh, it's like a nice little bag. It's like exciting, I guess, because it's like I've been waiting on, and then like to be delayed. I think this is a skull. Oh man, they wrapped this sucker up good. Yeah, so this is I got 2 rings again, so I only have 1 finger left. But yeah. Yeah, it fits. I wanted to get a full skull. I love my full skull ring. I wanted to get a little skull ring. So that way, I don't wear them all at once. I'm wearing them all at once because of the video. But usually I'll wear like either my shield or the skull. I really like my skull, but then it is kind of big and bulky. So having like my skull and my wedding ring next to each other is a great look. Ring fits perfectly. Okay. Let me put my rings back on so I don't get them confused. So, yeah. I may rock this every now and again, but if I do, I like to have the option of either skull, so I'll either do the middle finger or the pinky ring. But man, I love that skull. Man, it looks cool. Yeah, I'll do that a lot. I'll wear the pinky ring, because there's skulls on them. Anyway, I'm like, but I mean, that's the whole point, I guess, to be like excited and happy and everything's working for once. Sometimes, sometimes you get lucky, most of the time you don't. So you just enjoy the time when you're lucky. Okay, so this is a 12 millimeter ring. Ooh, they wrap it 3 times. And this is 14. It fits perfectly. You know, when I bought like this fits a tiny bit loose, so sometimes I even put it on my middle finger. I do have a spacer for it. I have a spacer for my skull ring because it's a little bit looser than I like. But I also bought those when I bought the skull, what other thing? The 2 skulls I bought in London, so when I measured my finger there, my fingers are a little bit bigger because they swole, because I'm swole now. Because travel does that to me. It does it to a lot of people, but it does it to me especially, right? So I noticed that the same thing happened in New York. I could have gone with a 13. 13's more snug and it fits a little bit tighter. But yeah, focus in. There you go. So this is a 14 millimeter. This is a 12 millimeter on my right hand. Boy, I was like, the 12 is pretty big, and I was afraid it would be too big. But then when I got it, I was like, oh, that's a good size, but I could go bigger, and that's what I did. I'm just blah 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 because this thing I've been waiting on it. I ordered these. My wife bought me the skull, and I bought the band for myself for my birthday. So, like a month and a half after a month, like 6 weeks after my birthday, I get my birthday gift. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I'm 45. I've had a lot of birthdays, thankfully. So, yeah. I probably would never, actually, which one would be, maybe trade off skull. No, I don't want to have the 2 skulls. I like having the options, so like, probably like, when I have to go to the office, I'll probably just do like this. or you know, I like having options. And the skulls are great. The rings are really great. I really like them. But yeah, wow. Now I'm like, man, should I get a? Because I can put that there. Maybe I should get a band of 14, or I still have one more ring to go. I've never wore a ring in my life until I got married. And then I was like, okay, well, I'm going to wear rings, so I might as well wear rings, you know? So, I always, I get to wear the wedding ring all the time, of course, because I'm married. And now I'll have all of these things. So, look at that. Let's just take one more look. Let me just, and then I'll take my wedding ring off. That doesn't mean I'm not married or anything's wrong. Because you know how people are. All right, so 14 millimeter band, anatomical skull. This is the small. So this is the medium. I have it on my ring finger on my right hand. And this is the small I have on my pinky. Because I liked this so much. This is like, might be my favorite, but this might not actually be my favorite now. I love the skull rings. That's what they're kind of, I think that's what they got known for. They would have like this type of skull or whatever, but yeah, I'm just rambling because I'm so excited. I got my new rings, figure out how I'm going to, what configurations I'll wear it in. I could wear like in the middle and have the 3 with my wedding ring. Like I said, I don't know, I almost never wear all of them, but I do wear combinations, and now I have a lot of combinations. So if you're like on the fence about like a wide band, like a 14 millimeter band, like I don't know if anybody like the major rings stuff I've seen though, they don't come that wide typically. So you'd have to go like a place like this to get a custom one. Anyway, 14 millimeter small anatomical skull. Man, they look great. They fit perfectly. Ah, great stuff. The Great Frog London. So yeah. The, what else was I was going to say something else, but I totally forgot. I'm just too excited. I mean, it's in the moment. Um, the package was a day late. Stuff like that is always annoying, and then you never remember it. So now I'm mentioning it in the video. So when I watch this video in a few years, I'll go, oh yeah, that's right, it was late. You never remember it though. Anyway, the Great Frog is a great place. It's a really cool place, and the people were nice when I was there, in both in London and Manhattan. Actually, I met the singer from Castle Rat. I didn't know that she had a band or anything like that. She was just a nice person that worked in a store. And then I saw her on Instagram and I was like, oh, I'll follow her. That's fun. And then she's like, oh, here's my band. It's like, and then you're like, and then you hear it and you're like, oh, wow, that's a really good band. Anyway, now I have one full hand. I'm just blah, blah, blahing because it's just, people might actually see this too, which is always weird because not everybody, what am I saying? Way more people than normal watch the videos of the rings. So if you stayed this long, I normally rambled like this all the time. So don't worry about it. 14 millimeter small anatomical skull, because I know somebody's going to ask. This is a 13, and it fits. This is a 14. It fits a tiny bit loose, but for the most part it's okay. This one fits perfectly. 13 on my left pointer, and this is an 8. So both pinkies are the same, because I noticed, and actually something else I would do is switch them out, because I do sometimes wear this on the side and just wear these two, my wedding ring and that. So I can put them next to each other. Look at that. So medium, small. There is a significant difference, because in my head, very first time I went to go get one, I was like, I'm going to get the large. And then I saw the large and I was like, okay, medium. Because the large is significantly larger. It would take up my whole finger and it would be heavier. Not necessarily a bad thing, but not what I wanted. I've talked for almost 10 minutes now. I'm just super excited about my new rings. Actually, here on the pinky and the index. So yeah, great frog. Thanks for the rings.